Oh, you know what time it is.
Okay, is it time for the Kanye quest?
It is time for the Kanye quest. Yes.
Okay, do you need a board to roll these dice?
You're gonna have to roll the dice.
No, do I need a board? I need that board. Can you grab me that record? Our D&D board?
Our D&D board? Okay, so we're gonna have to keep in mind again. I have no idea how to play D&D. I don't know how any combat system works. The extent of my D&D knowledge goes to I listen to the Adventure Zone every week, so I'm catching up on that. We're gonna see what happens here. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
So do you remember where you last left off?
I was at some university.
Okay, you're at Skyvale University. Claudio just he saved you from dying on the mountains.
So me and Kanye are there.
Yes.
My name is Father Stretch, my Big Trev the Refrigerator Kid, Part 2.
Yes. Okay, so you wake up after a long night's sleep. The sunlight comes through your window and wakes you up. And so you groan and kind of slide out of bed, and Kanye is nowhere to be found. So you just kind of shrug it off, whatever. Put on your clothes, you walk out of your room, and Claudia last night actually gave you a small schedule of your classes for the day, and so you're gonna have to try to follow it. So you kind of walk down the hallway, find your way into this classroom, just a huge classroom. It's full of a ton of other like different races. There's like humans, dwarves, elves, cloud people. Everybody kind of seems to be welcome there. So you sit down in the front row, like a huge nerd, and you're getting ready to learn some sort of like economics course, I don't know. And this is like just giant burly dude sits down next to you, okay? Like just a huge like cloud man.
Oh.
All right, he's got like a big old beard, right? Like made of clouds, and his head's kind of like trailing off like little clouds. It's really gray. Like he looks like he is ready to blow at any second, like electric charge. And professor, comes up to the front of the class, tells everybody shut up. We're gonna start learning about economic theory. And you accidentally bump into his water bottle, and it spills on the desk. And this guy is just not having it. He's pissed. And he just looks you dead in the eyes, and he said, "I can't believe you've done this." And what do you say to him?
Sorry. Did not mean it.
Dude, sorry's not gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it.
You bitch.
Alright, so...
Damn right, I fucking knocked your water over. You old bitch.
So you were obviously ready to fight.
Yeah.
Alright, you left your sword in your room, so I don't know what you're gonna do. You did not grab your sword when you woke up this morning.
You're setting me up for failure.
You didn't grab your sword. You don't have it. So this guy stands up. He just flips his desk. So, of course, the water that was spilled is now all over the floor. The professor is still talking about economic theory, and this dwarf from the back just yells, "Fight, fight, fight." This guy is ready to fight. What are you going to do? I don't know. How do you fight a cloud person? You gotta figure it out. What are you gonna do?
Because I imagine it would just be like SpongeBob, where if you punched him, he would just absorb it. But I imagine if he punched me, it wouldn't do anything because he's made of clouds. I
just said he had a gigantic electric charge.
Oh, I would just put a suit of rubber on.
Where are you gonna get that?
I don't know. I would. I think the smart thing to do here would be to... How do you fight a cloud person? I think I would have to... I have no fucking idea. I would just have to punch him and just hope I don't die. Or no, I would run away.
You're gonna run away?
Yeah.
Where are you running to?
Anywhere but here.
Okay, so you take off down the hallway, and you hear these thunderous footsteps behind you. And it's the cloud dude. He's just charging after you. He is raging. But I mean, you don't have many places to run. What are you gonna do?
Look for Kanye.
Where?
The gym.
You have no idea. You don't know the layout of the
Just
building.
gonna run. Keep on running.
Keep on running where?
I don't know.
You're not gonna go get your sword?
Oh, can I go get my sword? I'll run to the room to get my sword.
I don't care. You can go get your sword.
Let's go get my sword.
Okay, so you run back to the room and you get your sword, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Are you gonna try to take a swing at this guy?
Yeah.
All right. Why don't you roll the I don't know.
Do you know how to play?
No.
Again, we don't know how to play D&D.
Okay, why don't you roll this? Why don't you roll that one?
What is it supposed to be out of? 24 or 12?
I don't know. 12, I think. Roll that one.
11.
Okay, so you deal 11 damage to the Cloud Man.
Okay.
But the Cloud Man's gonna fight back, and he got a
11.
So nothing happens. You don't do any damage to the Cloud Man.
And the Cloud Man doesn't do any damage to me.
No. So he's gonna say, "Dude, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that I came charging after you. Do you want to be friends?"
And I say, "I'm Francis."
Okay.
Is that what I actually say?
If you want to, sure.
I said we can be friends.
Okay, so you guys head back to class together, but as you're walking back, the Cloud Dude's ahead of you, and you hear this whisper, and he goes, "Psst, hey, look over here." So you look over there. Mm-hmm. Lo and behold, Kanye.
Okay.
Kanye is out the window.
Okay.
Looking at you. And you're like, "Dude, Kanye, what are you doing out there?" And Kanye says, "I'm done. I'm done hanging out here. I hate this school, and I dropped out." Kanye is attempting to run away. The thing is, if Claudio figures out that you have run away with Kanye, then there will be some consequences. What are you gonna do?
I have to trust Kanye.
Do you have to trust Kanye?
Yeah.
The whole building is like a huge maze. There's no way to get out.
Well, can I just get out the window that Kanye whispered to?
You can, but it's like a courtyard. It's like an enclosed courtyard.
Okay. So, is there like a secret passageway out somewhere? Maybe?
You want to do some digging?
Do some digging? Yeah. I guess me and Kanye roam the campus until we find a way out.
Okay, so right as you think you're about to hit ground, you see Claudio come around the corner, and he says to you, "Oh, Master Vincent, or Master Father, stretch my hands. I'm glad to see that you're enjoying the school, but why aren't you in class?" What do you say to him?
I say, "I was looking for the bathroom, but could not find it, and now I am lost."
Okay, so you said you're going to try to find the bathroom?
Yeah.
He kind of eyes you and looks you over and sees you have a sword, and he says, "What is that thing? Why are you carrying that?"
He's like, "I got to."
And why do you have to? Kind of dangerous. Will you find in my school?
I hate you. That's not what I say to him. That's what I say to you as a person, Trevor. But I say, "You don't like ABBA's Dancing Queen?" And then I play it.
He can't hear it.
You can't hear ABBA?
He's immune to it.
No, I'm not trying to make him melt or anything. I'm just trying to play ABBA's Dancing Queen.
Oh, I love this record. I simply love it.
By the way, we have a sword that has a cassette player on the top, and inside is ABBA's Gold. It's inside joke.
It's not. It's not good. It's great, but it's not. You can't listen to it for long.
Yeah.
So Claudio steals your sword. He says, "Well, you won't be needing this in class." And he takes it from you.
Can I at least keep the CD part?
No, he confiscates it. It's a cassette player, you idiot.
Can I keep the cassette part?
No, he confiscates it and takes it back to his office. And he says, "Well, now, back to class you go."
Okay.
And takes it to his office.
Okay.
All right, so you and Kanye are kind of stuck here, and you're going to have to find a way out.
So is that it?
In the next episode.
Okay. This was the dumbest thing we've ever done.
You said you wanted some combat.
Yeah, it was. I asked for it, but I don't like this school, and I'm waiting to meet MF Doom. Once you said a big blurry man or a big huge man, I was expecting MF Doom.
No, it was the Cloud. It was the Cloud Man.
And I was disappointed.
He might come back.
He might come back. I kind of like the cloud, man. We're friends.
We're gonna have to see. He thinks your name's Francis.
Okay. Late Registration is Kanye's second studio album as we move further down this Kanye quest through the entire discography of Kanye West. At the time, the focal point of Kanye West production style was the use of sped up vocal samples from soul records. We saw this a lot on College Dropout. This is pretty much all of College Dropout's production in a nutshell. And all of his production on The Blueprint or his mixtapes, I'm Good, and Get Well Soon. So he just used the style a lot, these sped up vocal samples. Things that remember me of it. Through the Wire is a good, big example of that.
So he had braces, right?
Yeah. But then Kanye kind of got like sick of the sound because he felt like other people were using it too much. Because he basically started it, but other people started to use it because of the College Dropout being so popular, because he won Grammys with it. He kind of got sick of the style and he thought it was too overused. So Kanye embarked on a new sound for his next studio album, his second studio project.
That's kind of something that's always defined him.
It was the changing up of things. West is significantly inspired by Roseland, New York City, a 1998 live album by English trip hop group Portishead, produced with the New York Philharmonic Orchestra. This is the thing that inspired him to bring string arrangements to hip hop, and it's some of the stuff we saw on the College Dropout, but he never really had the money to do it in full scale. And because he had a budget of like $2 million for his second studio album, he thought it was a good time to bring...
I had a good time.
He thought it was a good time to, because he had the money and because he had the notoriety, that he could actually make the sound he wanted to and stop using the sound that's kind of oversaturated in the market currently. So he actually suck out a collaborator, and the person he ended up going with was John Brion, I think that's how you pronounce his name, who has worked with artists such as Fiona Apple, and he's done a ton of film composer. He's done ton of film scores. He was a film score composer for films like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Paranorman, and Lady Bird.
I love Paranorman.
Kanye found out about him through his work with Fiona Apple and his work on the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind soundtrack, which actually has a lot of good music to it. I just like the soundtrack to that song. And on Late Registration, John Brion serves as producer, brass rearrangement, and string arrangement. So late registration is essentially late orchestration. So basically Kanye seeking out this new sound for his second studio album because he has money and he can do it now. So this album is supported by 5 singles. This second studio album: Diamonds from Sierra Leone, which is the first; Gold Digger, Heard 'Em Say, Touch the Sky, and Drive Slow. Another great collection of singles of just...
That's a really solid collection of singles.
Solid line out of singles, again, from Kanye. And it was supported by 6 music videos. Diamonds from Sierra Leone, which I recommend watching because at one point Kanye plays 2 pianos at once and it's the dumbest fucking looking thing.
Dude, he's a multi-talented individual.
It looks so stupid. Gold Digger, Heard 'Em Say, which actually has 2 versions. I recommend the second one with Bill Plimpton, legendary independent animator. Bill Plimpton actually works with Kanye West to craft a music video on the second version. I reckon the original version too, because that's like a good Christmas music video. I don't know.
It's a feel-good...
It's just like...
Christmas story.
I think it's because it takes place in the Macy's mall, or the Macy's store in New York City. That's why it probably reminds me of a Christmas movie. I don't know. But also, I recommend watching Touch the Sky because it's just completely stupid. Kanye thinks he's Evil Knievel, calls himself Evil Knievel.
It's great. He got sued for that. Actually, the boy, Alex Marco, just posted in our chat that music video is forever burned into his memory.
I wrote down in my notes, Kanye's goatee and sideburns. Oh my.
I remember when I was younger, this was the first music video for Kanye I had ever heard. I think it was my first like Kanye song I ever, one of the first Kanye songs I ever heard. Definitely the first music video, and like, wow, that really got me into into his music. My mom and dad and pretty much any adult in my life would always talk about him and say, like, he's so rude, he's so this, he's so that. You know, rap music is so garbage, but then, like, I heard that and I was hooked.
I recommend, again, watching that, because I think it's just stupid. Pamela Anderson's in the middle. That's her name, Pamela Anderson, right? Chick from Baywatch?
Yep.
And, I don't know, it's really stupid. It's just a stupid, dumb music video. It's fun as hell. And then Drive Slow, which is just a very simplistic, nice song. Very just smooth. That's why I like it. It's just very, very nice. Music video is very simplistic. Just a bunch of Las Vegas lights, or Las Vegas lights. I don't know. It's just nice. Okay, so what does this new second studio album bring us? Brings us more D-Ray Davis, who's the guy that did pretty much all the skits on the last album besides the new workout plan. He comes back. The album starts off with Wake Up Mr. West.
Starting Bernie Mac.
Yeah, where D-Ray Davis continues like impersonating Bernie Mac. D-Ray Davis essentially follows up for where the intro from the last album kind of left off, with Kanye not graduating and kind of being in the slump. And he says, "Wake up, Mr. West! Wake up, Mr. West!" I think, and that perfectly...
I loved you better than your own kidney.
That's not this album.
I know, but that sample was still used, like, later on.
But DJ Ray Davis on the skits on this are fucking hilarious. I don't think they're as... Like, the intro is obviously better than... I think the intros to this Late Registration is my favorite out of all of them, because I think it just emotionally has some impact, and it sets up Heard 'Em Say just so well. But I think overall, the skits on College Dropout are better. The ones on here are good and they're fine, but I just think there are too many of them on this. Just too much of the same, because we get this Broke Five Broke segment where it's just like this fraternity of just these broke ass motherfuckers who are just super stingy and don't have any money.
It's a little close to home.
We have a friend named Philip and we hate him. We're just gonna leave it at that. But it's just that I think that goes on for a little too long than it needs to. It's like 4 skits. Should be like 2 at most. I think it just goes on for way too long. But I think they're still fun. I just think it lasts for longer than it needs to. But I do like the skits on this, and I think it kind of cones in that goofier side of Kanye that we got in College Dropout. Overall, I think this project is it's just a good follow-up to the College Dropout. It's changing up your style, but still having elements of that style. Like, Kanye's humor still shows up. The political side of Kanye from some tracks on College Dropout shows up. Like, we still get Kanye, but we get Kanye in a different sound that, like, evolves the previous sound, but with a larger budget. And I think that's how sequels should. If you have a larger budget, you should use it.
For sure.
Tracks that I enjoy on this project. Heard 'Em Say. Heard 'Em Say is why I think Kanye is such a great artist, because he's able to take Adam Levine of Maroon 5 fame, an artist I do not care for whatsoever.
He's not. I don't really like Maroon 5.
It's just like utterly, in all honest, trash artist who just never really makes music I want to hear. And he's able to take them and turn them into an instrument in a sense. Because he's just on the hook, but Kanye's able to use them for his benefit. He's like another instrument to Kanye. He's just another piece of the puzzle. He just does the hook, but that pop style, Kanye just has that ear for good pop music. And he's able to take... You could say this has been applicable to the rest of Kanye's career. Homecoming with Chris Martin of I was gonna say Radiohead, Coldplay. Not a huge Coldplay fan, but he makes that work really well. Post Malone on Fade. We don't care for Post Malone, whatever, but he uses them in the right way. Like, he's able to take these, like, artists that are not really good on their own and, like, apply them to his formula to make a really fun, poppy track. And that shows throughout Kanye's career, but it works so effortlessly here. And it's so nice, and I think it uses Adam Levine's voice, his, like, naturally talented voice, to actually say something emotionally charging. And it's nice. It's fun, it's poppy, has emotion to it. I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite tracks on this album. Kanye comes through just with hella great bars, more sadder, more emotional than we saw him on College Dropout. It's just nice. Follow that up with Touch the Sky, one of Kanye's best tracks he ever made, with Lupe Fiasco. Jesus, this track is just amazing. And like, this is what like this album needed to be. It needed these horns, it needed the strings, it needed to be something really grand, and Touch the Sky is something very grand. It is Kanye's humor, all the fun you loved about College Dropout, but just on a larger scale, on a larger budget. And that's what I love about it so much. Lupe Fiasco fits in so effortlessly into Kanye. Kyle, super duper Kyle. They flow so well into each other. Like, and then you get into like, do you have anything else you want to say about Touch the Sky? Because I know you love that track.
I just absolutely love this track. It's so catchy and it's so fun. It's just, I mean, I think Alex Marco summed it up the best. Like this, I think this song is just burned in the memories of any Kanye fan, just anywhere. It's so fun. I even know like I can play that on my trumpet. Like that's so much fun to play. It's so much fun to listen to. It's just like a good, fun hype track. I would even say it was like a hype track before like modern trap music really defined like what a hype track is now. Like it's very brassy, really catchy lyrics, really fun wordplay, and a great music video to just companion piece to go with that.
If we had to pick tracks from each album, like I think College Dropout had Jesus Walks. I think his mixtapes had Through the Wire. This one right here, Touch the Sky, is the one I'm pulling from Late Registration.
For sure.
Because like that's the one you need to pull. It's the best single. It's the best song on the album. Are you removing hairs from me? Thank you. That's what true friends are
You're
for.
You're welcome.
But yeah, it's great. You get into some other tracks on here that are great. Crack music with the game. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Like it has like elements of a sample, but it's on a much larger scale as well. I think it's really nice. Roses, just deeply
with Andre 3000 and Big Boy.
It's a strange that they just
so great. They just straight up stole the track and put it on here.
Yeah, but it's nice that we get this like deep-hearted, emotional story from Kanye about his grandmother dying, placed on the album. It's just beautiful. Bring Me Down with Brandy, and then We Major, which is just excellent moment on this album. Again, just this larger scale that Kanye is able to pull from with this instrumentation through these strings, through this brass section. Personal favorites off this album: Hey Mama and Celebration.
I already know.
Hey Mama is just like, it's such a feel-good track. Just like Kanye thanking his mom, loving his mom. Like, I think we need more of that. We need more people loving their moms in hip-hop. Like,
he's not afraid to show it either.
Like, this came out in 2005, and like we know Kanye loves his mom and loved his mom. Rest in peace, Donda West. But it's just like, I think we need that more positivity in hip hop. I'm just I love you, Ma. I just think it's super sweet.
I love you, Remy Ma.
Love you, Remy Ma.
Rest in peace, Remy Ma.
And then I'll say this here. Celebration is the most fucking underrated Kanye track, and I will hold that to my fucking grave. I do not care. Celebration, not a single, not a track that had a music video for it. It is the most underappreciated Kanye track ever. I will say it before, and I said it again. I will say it forever.
It's Silver Surfer Intermission.
Fucking hate you. It is the most underrated track. Just because it's just so easy to listen to, so catchy. Kanye's vocals on it, his singing's nice, his rap bars are really fun. He's just in a good mood. It's just a nice, positive Kanye, happy about his life, thinking about what he's gonna do with his life eventually if he has a son. Just like these nice moments, and he's just happy. He's having a celebration. Celebrate good times. Oh yeah. Or knows it all night. But yeah, it's just like a very catchy track, and I think it's one of his catchiest tracks, but I don't think it's really appreciated as one. And I don't know, I feel like this track needs more love, and I think it's his most underappreciation. And I think Gone with Consequence and Cameron or Cameron or Commode or Cameron.
What else was he on?
He was on,
He did something like just recently.
he did, I don't know. I don't know much about him.
Was he on Everything Is Recorded?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. He's definitely not on that. I think you're getting confused.
He feuded with Kanye later on. Okay.
That's funny. I think everyone feuded with Kanye later on. Everyone wants to fight Kanye.
Let's fight him.
Let's not fight Kanye.
Okay,
because that's
do
scary. You just say let's do it. You just not acknowledge what I said.
Let's do it.
No, it's not. I don't want to. I like Kanye. Kanye seems like a nice guy. He has 3 kids. He doesn't need your shit. Wait, did he feud with like everyone? Is there a list of just his
Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Jim Jones,
Jim Johnson of WWE.
I love this guy, Cameron.
Commode. But yeah, this album is very solid overall. There's a lot of fun moments to it. One thing I want to talk about this album is Diamonds from Sierra Leone. First of all, the Jay-Z version that's on the album, the remix, I don't think it's as good as the single version. In the track alone, I don't... It's meant to be very politically charged, but the reason Jesus Walked worked so well as like a politically charged trap, it was catchy as all hell. Not to say this isn't catchy as hell, because it still is, but it was on a topic that Kanye can personally talk about. Like, Kanye faced issues on race and religion, but Kanye really can't talk about blood diamonds as much, if that makes sense, because it's like something he can talk about, but it's not like a certain topic he can talk about at the same time giving us his wit, his goofy humor, his just like dumb personality that we've grown to love. It's like it's a weird gray area that is kind of hard to talk about.
Well, he's not directly involved with the blood diamond like trade and mining, so like it's difficult to talk about something that you don't really have a ton of experience with. It's
always been like one of my least favorite Kanye tracks. Through this, I appreciate the track. I think the production's really good. I like how it samples. Is that the James Bond song it samples? From one of the James Bond things?
Diamonds are forever. Yeah.
Besides that one thing, I think this album is a grander version of the College Dropout. But in the end, is it as good? No, because I think the College Dropout had a lot better moments. Moments that I enjoy more. I think I enjoy Through the Wire a lot more than I do enjoy Heard Them Say, or I enjoy Jesus Walks more than Diamonds Are Forever. I enjoy Slow Jams more than... what is it? I'm gonna think of it in a second.
Fast Jams.
Yeah, Fast Jams. I enjoy Slow Jams more than I do Drive Slow. Like, I don't know. I think both these projects are good, don't get me wrong, but College Dropout's the better of two. I just like the sample style. I like how Kanye follows up with a more grander production because he does have more money. He does have more notoriety, so he can do it. And why not do it? And it makes sense.
Sure.
But I think, in the end, it just isn't as good. It's not bad. It's still, like, a great project, but it's just not as good in comparison. I think that's where it just tumbles down to. And College Dropout was his first. Like, it was his big release. It was his coming out party. Not that coming out party, but it was his, it was just his, like, I don't know. It was just his first studio album, whereas this is not, like, it doesn't have the huge, like, sting of that, and it doesn't have as punchier tracks, but they're still fantastic, but they're just not as poignant as previous work. I think current ranking, and you can disagree with me, but College Dropout Late Registration. I'm good. Get well soon. Currently, that's how it is. Out of the current Kanye albums on this path, those are the ones I think. That's how I think it lays out.
I would have to agree with that for sure. I just think it's more. I think Heart and Soul was still put into Late Registration, but I still think that.
Oh yeah, hell yeah!
All the time spent on the mixtapes, all the time perfecting. You can see it. All the time perfecting Through the Wire.
It took him
as one single track. 3 years to produce one album,
and then he took a year to make Late Registration.
Yeah, he had a basis for sure, and there's no problem with that.
Yeah,
but because I still think that Late Registration is a good album.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It's a great album.
Yeah,
but like I can't help but get over I can't get over just how much I enjoyed the College Dropout.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it for this week's episode of the Kanye Quest. We'll be back next week with Can't Tell Me Nothing, Kanye's final mixtape that is the build-up to Graduation, and it has a lot of stuff I've actually not listened to. There's still some like other people's music on there, but it's like original to the project. Like there's a Big Sean track on there where he literally sounds like Lupe Fiasco.
It is Lupe Fiasco. Last night took an L, but tonight I release a new mixtape.
Last night took an L, but tonight I sound like Lupe Fiasco. Lupe Fiasco took an L, but tonight I bounced back.